Welcome to ALS 4, where we will be focusing on progressing with confidence and competence. This PowerPoint was created by Margaret Pitt, the Practice Learning Tutor at Notts Healthcare. You may want to have a notepad and pen handy to take notes that you can refer back to during the ALS discussions that follow this presentation. This presentation is designed to help you reflect upon your own learning journey experiences and to give thought to your future development needs. The aim of this session is for you to be able to identify your ongoing development needs in order to continue to grow and progress within your career journey. Humans by nature want to explore, learn and develop. Lifelong learning is knowledge intensive and dynamically fluid and changes over time. It is linked to experiences and contexts of life and your professional work. Lifelong learning takes account of individual learning styles, motivation, and existing abilities. It requires a sense of self-awareness and values experiential learning. You have already started on this journey of lifelong learning. Who has helped you on the way? Your preceptor, manager, team, peer, clinical supervisor? So, where next? As you progress through your career, you will have contact with many people of different backgrounds. As we have discussed before, these people form the basis of your networks, but you can seek out others to help you in your development journey. As you move from preceptorship, you will engage in the annual appraisal process, whereby you will be able to formalise your development needs with your line manager. This gives you the opportunity to know how you are performing and progressing at work, and what you might need to consider to improve or develop new skills, knowledge, or behaviours. It creates an opportunity for you to think about your career pathway and new roles or new initiatives you may want to explore in the future. The Trust put a great emphasis on clinical supervision. This is because it is an essential tool in reflecting on practice and learning from your experiences, both good and bad. It too uses action learning to guide you through your decision-making processes and helps focus on your developmental needs in a protected and safe environment. This is dedicated and protected time for you and your manager to talk about where you are, where you have been, and where you are going. Your development is important and gives a platform as to what is available to you to help expand your knowledge, skills, and behaviours, and progress along the lifelong learning journey. Reflection is a key part of any appraisal process and will, for those of you who require to revalidate, also prove useful in that regulatory process. The NMC code by which all nurses are governed is explicit in that all registrants are expected to support others in their learning. Interprofessional learning is key to cohesive and collaborative working practices. The NMC Standards for Student Supervision make provision for this in that any registrant can act as supervisor for a nursing student. There are different regulations for AHPs. The Health and Care Professions Council, HCPC, state: there is a wealth of information to help support AHP educators on our Trust Connect site. Here are just a few of the resources. This gives an example as to how capacity can be built into the placement area to maximise learning opportunities for students and learners. It enables a more diverse learning environment. using long arm arrangements and facilitating multidisciplinary learning. A student may have several supervisors, both from within the team and beyond. There should be an allocated supervisor with whom the student will spend most of their time and other supervisors who will assist. There will also be a named assessor who must be on the same part of the register as the student is applying for. The assessor cannot be the student's supervisor. This lends itself to a more objective assessment, but it is necessary for the assessor to observe the student in the performance of their duties and work with the supervisor to gain understanding of the student's performance in knowledge, skills, and behaviours. The third party to process is the academic assessor, usually the academic tutor for that student. Get ready to be a practice educator. The Trust provide a wealth of learning and development opportunities, and this can be found on the L and OD Connect web pages. They vary from e-learning packages, one-off training opportunities to programs of training and education. They provide the essential and mandatory training required by the Trust to be in line with the national compliance directives. The Trust also has an apprentice lead who can offer support and advice relating to a variety of apprenticeships on offer. We have practice learning tutors, practice educators, and clinical educators within the department and in practice areas who can advise or signpost you to learning and developmental opportunities. Our patients are a great source of learning in following their patient journey, exploring their experiences and conditions, the treatments, therapies, and investigations. Learning from each other through clinical supervision or action learning, and harnessing the experience, knowledge, skills, and behaviours of our colleagues all enrich our own learning and development. The Trust departments, managers, and leaders within the organisation, specialist services, and specialist practitioners all have a wealth of knowledge and skills to share with you. Use your resources, networks, and seek out new opportunities to learn. Who do you have in your area of practice to help and guide you on your journey? Action learning. Spend a few minutes reflecting on what you have just viewed. Make notes if it helps. We will look at how you can develop and learn in the action learning set after this presentation, and to identify helpers and challenges along the way. Thank you for listening.